Okay, so it's going to ask me if I want to. Yeah, I do. I want tablet. All right, so everybody got 112 degrees? Did anybody have any trouble getting that?
Yeah.
Why?
I got 139.
Yeah, I got one.
In degrees.
So did I.
Okay,
I was in degrees.
let's look at this. Let me get a calculator. I'll make sure my calculator's in degrees.
I think mine was in degree and I got 140.
Mine's in degrees. So let's make sure you did it right. So you did the -7 on top, right?
Yeah,
-7 divided by parentheses square root of 13 times square root of 2, right? Did you forget the parentheses?
Wait, can I see your calculator?
Hang on. Like so. Here, let me turn the light on. Like so. Oh, it's supposed to be a 2.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be 2 squared root of 13. Oops. Wait. Hang on. Mode. Degrees.
I thought it was 13 square root of 2.
It is. That's why I got it wrong.
Scared me this way.
Yeah, I know. I changed the wrong one. So, insert. So it's 13. Square root of 2. That didn't work out so well. Mode. I'm in degrees. Oh, I didn't do an inverse cosine of it. Ha, that's kind of helpful. Inverse cosine of the answer.
Oh.
Oops. Oh, there it is. 112. Did y'all get it now? Inverse cosine of -7 divided by parentheses 13 square root of 2. Close the parentheses. Press enter. Did you get 112 now? Did everybody get it?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? Do we have to practice that? Well, I obviously need to practice it too. Well, it's probably just too early in the morning, but I should practice it in the morning, right? Do we need to do a few more? Yeah, okay. So let's do some more. Hang on a second. I want to find my notes. They're here somewhere. Here we go. Do you want to practice some dot product, or you think you got that? Why don't we do some anyway? Why don't we do number 1 together? We're going to do your number 1 together. Fair enough? And we're just finding the dot product first. So to find the dot product, so u dot v is equal to, are we going to multiply the x's? What's the x of u? 2. And what's the x, the delta x of v?
So you goes first?
U goes first. It doesn't matter. When you're multiplying, you could go v first, but I'm reading it right there and use first. Just making it easy on myself. That product plus, what's the y for u? 4 times, what's the y for v? 6. Oh, what's it equal? 0. So is it orthogonal?
Yes.
So it's yes. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, come on, you beast. That was easy.
Más simple.
Shall we do 2 since it's in a little different notation?
Oh, so we don't have to find the angle?
No, this is just, read the instructions. This is just find the dot. Y'all need to read the instructions before y'all go dashing off. All they want is, so there's going to be problems on the test where all I want is to know if it's orthogonal, which means you only have to, I'm going to ask this in steps. On your test, I'll ask you to do the dot product. Then I'll ask you if it's orthogonal. And then I'll ask you for the angle. But I'll be very specific. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, what, you want to do 4 instead? Is that what I got a request for? Yeah. Can you just pass it to me? Oh, thank you. She's not here.
Okay.
I'm making sure. Oh, she's not. She didn't sneak in on me in the dark.
Yeah, can we get in the dark?
You want to do? Why don't we do 2? Okay, we're gonna do 2. And the whole point here is you need to look at this and go, oh, I got this because the -8 is the delta x1, and this is the delta y1, right?
So I got that right.
And so this is the x2. I'm shortening it for x2 and y2. I've got to see if she's here because I don't think she is. She did. Oh, she is. She snuck in. Thank you. All right, you ready? Can we do the same thing? It's just a different notation. Does it mean the same thing? I'll make it a little bigger. Yeah? Same thing. So now, if I want the dot product of u dot v, what's the x for the first one?
Negative.
And what's the, you have to pay really close attention to those negative signs. It makes a big difference. What's the x for v?
3.
Plus what's the y for u? And the y for v?
-6.
And that is going to give me negative 24 plus, no, it's minus 30. Is that 0?
No.
No.
30 was plus 5. Because it's plus and minus.
It's plus times a negative. So that's negative 54. Oops, I can't write. But that's not talking. I can't write and talk at the same time. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so it's nothing new. That does not equal 0, so I'm joking.
Oh.
I am not graceful, but in sports-wise, I am coordinated, if that makes any sense. And I'm leaving the others for you to do. There's only 2 more for you to do. I need you to practice some. Yes? Don't worry, you're going to have more practice tomorrow. You're blinking. Do you get the, are you still processing or are you still waking up?
No, I got it. I
Got
was
it?
looking at the way you
Okay.
got it.
All right. So, turn over on the back. And we're going to practice. Oh, you have 4 to do, so that's okay. You're going to find the magnitude. Let's go to number 8. Make sure everybody can do number 8. That one we're going to find the angle. Notice to the 10th of a degree, that's 1 decimal place.
I can't see.
That's really a shame. There we go. Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Thank you for your help. All right, because I need it all. When I'm doing this, it's all new, so I'm going to need y'all's guidance. For this one, to find the angle, do I have to find the dot product and the magnitude for both of them? So let's do the easy part. Let's find the dot product. So dot product, we just got a few practicing that, so we should be good at it, sort of. Maybe we need more practice. But, so what's the delta x for the first one? U. 3. And what's the delta x for v? Yep. And then what are the other 2? -5 and 12. Okay, so that's negative 21 minus, do y'all know what?
No.
How about 60?
-60.
It's 60. So is that going to give me negative 71? That's my dot product. Now we need to find the magnitudes. The magnitude of u is equal to the square root of the delta x squared plus the delta y squared. That's going to end up being the square root of 9 plus 25. What's 9 plus 25? Huh?
34.
34. So, it's the square root of 34, and we're not going anywhere with that, are we?
You mean, is that 71 or 81?
71? It's 81, you're right. I don't know what I was looking at. 81. Now, magnitude, no, you should not have. 21 plus 60, 20 plus 60 is 80. I was just a flake. Guess I didn't have enough coffee. Okay, for the v vector, what's its magnitude? How about 7 squared plus 12 squared? 7 squared is 49. 12 squared is 144. So it is the square root of 193. Not nice numbers, but that's okay, because what do you have? A calculator. Here we go. So, yes, yeah, and guess what? You don't know how to use it, so practice.
We've been trained our entire lives for this moment.
Uh-huh. So the angle is equal to the inverse cosine, right? Of the dot product divided by the 2. Now these are multiplied. When you put this in the calculator, do you have to be careful with parentheses? If you just write parentheses negative 81 divided by square root of 34 times 193, you're not going to get the right answer because you just told the calculator to divide negative 81 by the square root of 13 and then multiply. Y'all put it up top. Do you have to put this denominator in parentheses in order to get the right answer? The correct answer is 179 degrees. Oh, sorry, I need tenths. 0.3 degrees. See if you can get it. Use your calculator. I'll use my calculator.
Boom.
Was it easy?
That's why they call it a dot thing. Because it's a dot.
Oh, good. Okay, whatever. I'm not sure I got that, but that's okay. I'm okay with that.
U dot V?
Yeah.
Totally just
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Oh, the dot product. Got it. It's a product and it's a dot.
Is this supposed to be radian or degree?
It's supposed to be, they want degrees.
Remember it was a dot
Yeah, I'm
product.
trying to.
It says right there, degrees. You got to read carefully because I personally like radians, but this book likes degrees, so we're going to just go with degrees for right now.
I look just so heavy right now.
Woo, you got it? Awesome.
I keep getting negative 1.17.
Hang on.
Sheep, two sheep, right?
Did you remember to do inverse cosine?
Oh no.
That would be the problem. Okay, turning on my light. That's what how I did it, right? So I did inverse cosine of the negative 81 divided by parentheses square root of 34 times the square root of 193. Close the parentheses for the square root. Close the parentheses for the denominator. And it worked out ever so nicely. Does this take practice? Because y'all love the calculators, but y'all don't even know how to use them. Because y'all forget your parentheses. Is that going to take practice? And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 more to practice with. That should be sufficient. Yeah. So that's what you're going to do the rest of the period. You're going to practice. And then your quiz tomorrow is over 8-2, the end of 8-2, where you have to find magnitude and direction. So if you haven't finished the 8-2 finding magnitude and direction, you need to practice those first, and then you need to work on this assignment, because this quiz will be on Monday. Dot product will be on Monday. I'm going to stop this.